Hi everyone, this is Mr. No. Today I will show you one site known as screener.in, which will allow you to screen companies, which is very useful in case of your investments in stock market. So it is important for you to understand the company's fundamentals and its financial reports before you make any investment. So in that case, there are many free tools that is available like Tickertip. So this is free and you can get most of the features for free. They do have a premium one. So let me show you how you can get most of it. So once you come here, you can sign up with your Google account, which I have done here. And after doing that, I can just go here and type in the company. I'm gonna say Reliance Industries Limited. So once I have typed in Reliance Industries Limited, I see various things displayed here. So the first is the NSE symbol, which is the stock market symbol for Reliance Industries Limited in National Stock Exchange. So the first one that I see here is market capitalization. So I see that it has a very large market capitalization. So that means the total number of outstanding shares of the company into the current price of Reliance share will give us the market capitalization. So that is simply put as the total value of the company in the market. So what I see here is other things like current price. So current price is shown as 2213, which is the share price of current Reliance share price. And I see here high and low. So it has an all-time high, I think, of 2369 and low of 1561. So I think it's mostly it is 52-week high or low. So then we have various other things here, and one thing I want to show you is you don't have to remember this by heart. Just it's not an examination. You can find out these just by googling it up. So say for example book value and face value. You can just search it in Google and find it out. So face value of a company is known as the value that they put in the share certificate, and usually they put very small values, so you should not be going by these face values. It's just for a technical term. And book value of the company is the total value of the company's asset that the shares holders will receive in case the company gets liquidated. So that is if the company gets liquidated, as per the book value, how much the people will get. That is what's been put here. So then we have stock P&E, which again you can get by searching. If you search for stock P&E, it will tell you what that is. So that is nothing but price to earning ratio, which is the share price of Reliance divided by earnings per share. In other words, it is the amount of money it takes for you to generate that amount. So for example, when you say 33.2, we need to put 33.2 rupees to generate 1 rupee. That's what it means. And here it's like a tool. A P&E is like a tool which you can use with combination with other metrics while analyzing the company. So that means very high P&I doesn't indicate that it's overvalued or it is performing well, and a very low PE doesn't indicate that company is not performing well. It should be used in combination with other things to make a judgment of the fundamental status of the company. So that is stock P&E, and what you see is ROCE, return on capital, ROCE stocks employed. So return on capital employed is again a technical term which is seen in stock market, where we see the net profit divided by the total capital employed. So earnings, sorry, it's not, it's earnings before interest and tax divided by the capital employed. So that is your ROCE. And the other one that you see is ROE, return on equity. That is again, you can find out by going into Google. The reason I'm showing you here is because I can explain this and go away, and later on you will not be able to recall how uh, what is what, right? So that is, I'm telling you how you can get those formulas. So return on equity is net income divided by average shareholders equity. Net income of the company divided by average shareholders equity. And so that I have covered most of the things here. Now, if you go to this chart, it will show me the price on a 1 minute chart, on a 3 year chart, on a 1 year chart. Similarly, I can get P ratio, sales margin here. As you can see here, how the Reliance share price was changing. Now, in the pros, it is showing me some of the intelligent information that it has auto-generated. So it says company has reduced its debt, which is a pro for the company. Cons: the company has delivered a poor sales growth of 11.34% over past 5 years, and tax rate seems low. Company has a low return on equity, 9.6 for past 3 years. The earnings include an other income of um, 38,209 crores. Dividend pay has been low at 9.79 of profit for over last 3 years. That means it has given a very low dividend yield. Reliance is known for giving a very low dividend yield. And here it shows peer comparison, how the company is comparing to its peers in the market. You see here IOCL, BPCL, HPCL, MRPL, CPCL, other companies in the refining sector. And you can see the PE, how it compares. You can see the current price, market capitalization, how it differs. So if you see something like IOCL, you see that they are giving a good dividend compared to dividend yield compared to Reliance. And you can see how a quarterly profit, year on quarterly profit growth is varying. So all this information you can see from here. Now you can see the quarterly results. So if you see here, compared to December 2020 quarter, the operating profit was 21,566 crores. So here 23,351 crores is the profit. You can see all those in details, and you can see profit and loss. Operating profit stands at 64,993 for the March 2021. Then we have the balance sheet of the company, where it shows you the reserves it has the borrowings, the liabilities it is having. All those information is shown here. And now if we come to the shareholding pattern, it will show you how much shares of the company is owned by whom. So if you go here, promoters, you will see a big chunk, that is 50.58% of total shares is owned by the promoters. So this promoters is mostly Reliance. So if you see here, you can see Isha Ambani, Mukesh Ambani, Akash Ambani, Reliance Welfare Association, Nita Ambani, and all Reliance shareholders here. And if you Google some of these companies, it again might end up as a Reliance company. So one way to do that is to go by Zubra Corp and search for this company here. And if you search for the directors of these companies, say for example this, then you might end up with one of these Reliance directors. Yeah, so let me go to the directors of Karuna Commercials LLP. You see Nita Mukesh Ambani, Isha Mukesh Ambani, And if I go to other companies like Sri Chakra Commercials LLP, which has around 11.26% of shares, again, it might end up as this one doesn't show that. It has some other directors, but most of these companies, if you see here, it is related some way or the other with Reliance. So let me show you this again. Tattvam Enterprises LLP. This one, yeah. So if you see here, Nita Mukesh Ambani and Anand Mukesh Ambani. So the reason I am showing you this one is this will show you how you can, how the shares are getting divided, the shareholding pattern. So F&Is is foreign investments. Since the government of Singapore holds a stake. DNIs include SBI mutual funds, the government. So the public is having a very less shares. You and me and retail investors have 10.94%, which is very, very less. Now I will show you some key things from some other companies. So if you see as of now 1042 is the book value, so it's trading at 2213, which is pretty high. So if I see a company like IRFC, its book value is 23.7 and current price is 24.4. That means it's poised for a higher growth. And if you see here, one interesting thing I saw with this company was expenses is around very less compared to the sales, because IRFC doesn't own anything. Their business model is totally different. So their expenses are also very less. Now if you go at some aviation company, you all know that aviation company is not performing very well. So you see ROCE is minus 269%. And if you see the quarterly results, the expenses, operating profit and all is very, very less compared to its peers. So minus 149 crores. And we have this information here. And if I go into IRCTC, Indian Railway Catering and Tourism Corporation Limited. So what you see here is one interesting information again here. If you go to the shareholding pattern, you see promoters are having 67.4% shares. The foreign investors in the government of Singapore. The DNIs is mostly mutual fund and all those things. And public has a very less share which is available for them for trading. So if you go to promoters, an interesting information that you see here, the President of India, he owns 67.4% out of this promoters kitty. So promoters kitty includes 67.4, right? So the major chunk of IRCTC shares is owned by the President of India. That means the chances of manipulating is very less by the operators and other entities in the market, because most of the shares are already locked. And the President of India is not going to sell it when the company goes up and down. It doesn't work that way. So you get most of the information from here in the first page itself, which is good in case of the screener, and it is very well shown in a good UI. And if you want additional information, there is I think also a premium version which is available, where it will allow you to create a stock screen of yours and get 10 years of financial data, credit rating reports and all those things. So in this way, even if you don't know anything about these things and if you're not familiar with the terms, that is how you search and find out what these terms means and find a fundamental analysis of this company. So rather than going by any YouTuber or by news, you can go there and do your own analysis before investing in this company. So that is what is recommended. Thank you.
Subscribe now and press the bell icon. Never miss an update.